back to the Socially Distant Lawyer. I'm Mitch, and that's Greg. And today's topic, professionalism. What it means to be professional and what we're seeing in the lack of professionalism during this environment. Very important to make sure that you're courteous to your clients, your colleagues, and the courts. We've now been out of the office and socially distancing for about 5 weeks, and there are many challenges which we know all too well. But Greg, how have you maintained your level of professionalism with your client, your colleagues, and the court during this challenging environment?
Well, Mitch, I try to think about what's going on in our own office, what we've had to undergo staffing-wise, and try to understand that those challenges that we've had, everyone else is having. Our clients have it, our colleagues have it, the courts have it. So I try to respect people's requests. If they want to be called on their cell phone, if they want to be mailed at home, and I try not to give these last-minute deadlines that I need a response for. And I know, Mitch, in particular, you hate these gotcha mailings that have been going around for a while, but are especially evident now.
Yeah, now is not the time to try to take advantage of your adversary. Now is not the time to try to think that you're going to have a leg up by taking advantage of everything that's going on in the country and in the world right now. So there's so many issues right now with the mail. Getting mail from the offices, the New Jersey courts are asking to allow additional time for mailings. So now is not the time to start filing and enforcing, whether it's requests for admissions or offers of judgment, where you know that a certain deadline has to be met. You need to make sure that you are working with your adversary, and you don't want to have a gotcha moment where your adversary is going to be put in a box because of issues that were beyond their control.
That's right, Mitch. And you know who else is not going to appreciate that is the judge. That's going to have to deal with that motion. They're not going to appreciate everyone knowing what's going on, you sending something and demanding something back in a certain amount of time frame that's unreasonable, whether it's having to get documents from somebody, get a certification from somebody, take a deposition. The judges are going to look at all of that potentially unfavorably to you. And there are exceptional circumstances where judges may kind of wipe away some of the older rules that have been used to enforce these things. And it's not only these gotcha mailings that the judges are looking at, it's also your professional attire and how you address the court and conferences. And I know, Mitch, you had some articles that you were reading about Florida attorneys, and a notice to the bar actually had to be published by the judge. Isn't that right?
Yep. Down in South Florida, a judge actually published a notice to the bar on what is the meaning of professional attire and what the attorneys need to do when they appear before the court to act in a professional manner. It's not enough that the hearings are being conducted on Zoom and that you have to act professionally. You should be acting just like you were in a courtroom. A Zoom hearing is just as enforceable and has the same amount of decorum as if you were in a courtroom. Attorneys in Florida and South Florida that were reprimanded were because they were showing up still in bed, or they were showing up shirtless, or showing up at the pool. These are not something that you want to show up on a Zoom meeting or any type of hearing on, because you're not going to get favor from the court. You're not going to be able to get your arguments across as saliently as you would if you were dressed in professional attire. And I know, Greg, that you've had some experiences of lack of professionalism on some of the calls that you've been on. Why don't you tell some people about it?
That's right, Mitch. So I've been a part of a few of these video conferences with judges, and they expect it to be conducted as if you were in court. There was this uncertainty when everything started where, are you going to have to wear a suit? Are you not? Let me tell you, you have to wear a suit. On my video conferences, the clerk showed up first before the judge, looked at what everyone was wearing, and said everyone here needs to be in a suit. One of the plaintiff's attorneys didn't get that memo, showed up in a Hawaiian shirt. I wouldn't want to be that attorney moving forward in this case. And frankly, I don't think the judge appreciated that very much at all based on the decision that was rendered. So, to me, it's business as usual. The new normal, there has to be some level of normalcy that preceded this whole pandemic for hundreds of years. And the court deadlines, the filings, I would still say file as usual. Maintain the same timeframes for your opposition. And that goes, again, to extending courtesies, right, that we've been talking about. You want to make sure that people anticipate when things are coming in and you're not dropping things last minute when you had the opportunity to do so and blaming a pandemic for that.
So that's a wrap on professionalism for today. Make sure you're patient, courteous, and most importantly, be professional. We'd love to know what you've seen out there, whether it's been the good, the bad, or the ugly. Drop us a line in the comments so we can talk about this more in our next episodes. For any more information, please make sure to check out our social media sites, and we'll see you soon.